if I told you that everything you've ever believed about money, how to make it, keep it, multiply it, was all designed to keep you broke? But there is a missing piece, and once you understand this, you'll begin magnetizing the very things that you used to chase. My name is Bobbie, and I empower you to love yourself so you can manifest anything. Subscribe if you want, because by the end of this video, you will have collapsed the illusion of your struggles, and once you see it, you cannot unsee it. So first things first, money is an illusion. There is quite literally no difference between this piece of paper here and this piece of paper here, besides the value that we as a collective has assigned to each of these pieces of paper. Meaning, money is an illusion. It was created as a value of exchange. People would exchange sheep for clothes, clothes for food. But obviously that's not practical in this day and age. So now we have this. But it quite literally doesn't mean a thing unless you yourself decide that it means something. And I'm going to prove that to you. I was dating this guy who had a hedge fund, and there was a stock that had come on the market to private investors. You cannot invest in it publicly. And there was $200 million worth of stock available to buy. And we were, for Monday, basically, and we were on the Friday. And so we were going for a run at about 5 p.m. on the Friday. Okay, and as we're driving to go to this place to go for a nice long run, and we're in the car, and I hear him on the phone to his friends. He's gathering up this 200 million. He's speaking to someone here, speaking to someone there, and they're trying to round up this $200 million, right? We finished our run, and by 8 p.m. on the Friday, the $200 million was ready to go for Monday. And he asked me, like, does this sound insane to you listening to this conversation? Because the numbers that they were throwing around was just insanity. And I was like, yeah, it's crazy for me to hear this. He's like, this literally means nothing to any of us. Saying these numbers, exchanging, this liquidity, it means nothing. Because it was like they were ordering a pizza, and somebody wanted a margarita, somebody wanted a pepperoni, and it quite literally meant nothing to them. He said it's just like it's just like typing out numbers onto a calculator. It means nothing to us, okay? And so the point there is that when you zoom out of your current struggle or your current reality, you're able to see clearer. But when you are so close up, like if you put your phone right up to your eyes right now, you can only see your phone. You cannot see the rest of the room. Obviously, these guys have been doing that for many, many years. And so, yeah, gathering up 200 million after working for 20, 30 years in the industry, it probably isn't that big of a deal. However, the same is true for you. When you zoom out of your reality, to make 10 grand, 20 grand, 50 grand, 100 grand a month, it's really not that big of a deal. It's actually incredibly easy to do when you decide there is a solution for my problem now. There is a customer for my product now. There is somebody that wants to listen to my music now. And you decide, when you zoom out and appreciate that this really holds no value. You're not craving this piece of paper because you're not chasing this piece of paper, are you? And they're actually the same thing. So you're not like scrambling to get this piece of paper. Oh, I need this receipt in my life. No, you don't. You don't even need this. It already exists. And once you understand that, and once you decide it's accessible to me now, the problem solves itself effortlessly because you're not so tied up in the problem. And so in order to start seeing those possibilities, you need to reject your reality as vehemently as you currently accept it. And what that might look like for you. For example, when I first began going into an organic food store, I would go into like Holland & Barrett or Whole Foods or, places that I had never been to before, and buying these expensive superfoods and organic things, expensive back then. We don't say those words anymore, okay? Buying that back then was so out of my concept of self. And I remember like walking around feeling like, oh my God, like they know that I can't afford it in here. They know that like nobody knows and nobody cares. But I would walk around and I would be in awe of all these beautiful things and how lovely it was all placed. And, I would buy something super small just to feel the experience. And I remember getting to the till and my stomach literally turning, like, oh my God, am I gonna get declined? Am I gonna be able to afford it? But what I ended up saying in the moment, while I'm at the till, while I'm feeling my stomach turn, I would say, no, I only eat organic. No, I can afford this. This is absolutely fine. No, I only come to these places. This is just natural for me. I kept saying, this is natural for me. Very soon it became natural for me. This is a very basic example, but I'm just giving you evidence to show you that you can flip it in that moment. It might not flip that day, it might not flip that hour, but it becomes second nature. And so if you are vehemently rejecting your reality as much as you have accepted it so far, gradually your reality has to change. And the way to do this is the no way out law of assumption lock. And essentially, I want you to imagine you're walking through a cave, and as you're walking through the cave is closing behind you, okay? You have no way out except from through. There's no way back to where you used to be. Oh, I can't afford it. You cannot go back there. What you want is not back there. Imagine the cave closing each day that you have done the work, that you have done your affirmations, that you have reframed it then and there in that moment, where you have continuously chosen that new story throughout the day. That's more of that cave that has closed. And there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. So you want to imagine that there is literally no way out. There is no other way except from getting what you want. I get what I want. I can afford anything that I want. I can afford 10 of those if I wanted. I can afford everything. Everything is so easy for me. Making X amount of money is so simple for me. You want to continuously be assuming that it's done and that there is no way out. There's no way back to that old mindset. And the way to also do this is to continuously flood your subconscious with that feeling and that experience of wealth. Whether that is continuously affirming, I only eat organic, I can afford whatever. Whether that is continuously going around these beautiful shops or going on these beautiful holidays or going to, the nice areas of where you live and looking at those houses and saying that you can afford it and assuming that you live there now. And also, say you don't, you live in a tiny village, but you want to, escape to the city. There's also like millionaire mindset videos on YouTube. I think one of the ones that I used to watch, it actually had the Burj as the thumbnail. I can't remember what it's called now, but it's so funny. That's just what I remember. And now I live in Dubai. So this stuff works, and you can watch a millionaire mindset mind movie while you're looping your affirmations, while you're saying your rampage, while you're falling asleep at night, because remember, our brain is the most impressionable morning and night. So you're continuously reminding your subconscious that it's done. And then as you're drifting off, you're imagining a scene that takes you there, that transports you there, that gets you there instantly. Another thing is kind of healing your relationship with money and almost revise that story of how much you used to spend, the debt or whatever. You want to completely revise that story. And so essentially what you would do is write down the story of your relationship with money, and apologize to money, get it all out. Then you would burn that letter, get rid of that letter, and then you would write like a vow to money almost. This is kind of in Love Yourself Like Your Life Depends on It book, and that's what you do. You write a vow to yourself. So you would write a vow to money. I vow to always honor you and respect you. I vow to always take care of you. I vow to always be smart with you and multiply you. I vow to only put you in places that you grow and flourish. I vow to be kind to you. I vow for you to love me, and I love you, whatever. And then at the end, you can do the love letter method, essentially for money, where money would write a message to you, and you would write it down, dear, your name, and say all of the things that you want money to feel around you. I feel safe around you. I feel proud to multiply for you. I love being in your bank account. I love being in your investments. I love being magnetized to you. And you would just fold that letter towards you. So all of that good energy is flowing towards you. and just keep it around just for a few days. Read it in the morning, read it at night, keep it near your bedside table, and then let it go and continue to stay true to that new money story. Just continuing to stick to the unseen. You literally cannot fail. It's a fail-proof method. So I am so proud of you, my millionaires, my billionaires, my trillionaires. You are wealthy now, and that is that. And I trust this video helped you manifest. If you would like to join our March community, you must have bought the book, and then there is a community attached to the book, a paid community, and it's actually incredible. We did it in February. It was free in February, but there's so much time and effort that goes into it. So I have now made it a paid addition to the book that you can grab down below. And essentially in there, we have a call per week. We have, different challenges that we're doing. For example, starting from Monday, the 3rd of March, we are doing a 3-day water fast, and we're also focusing on biohacking in March. And just really, I want to really detox my body. I've been traveling, I've been in Bali, I've not really been taking care of it, and I want to understand biohacking. I want to reverse aging and really just be my best self. And so that's what I'm going to be sharing in the group. Also, the amazing people in the group share all of their ideas, share all of their insights, and it's a real community. Like, if you're struggling, if you need anything, people have been through it. People maybe a bit ahead of you or maybe a bit behind you, and it's just incredibly transformative. And so I'm very, very proud of the group that we had in February. I'm very, very proud of everyone joining for March. And I hope to see you inside the group. I hope to see you inside the community and to see everyone's growth and just kind of being your best self all of 2025. So I trust this video helps you manifest millions and billions and trillions and whatever the hell that you want, because that's what you deserve. And I trust this video helped you manifest. You're worthy, you're loved, I love you, and thank you. I think I said I trust this video helped you manifest about 4 times there, but I do. I trust this video helped you manifest. I love you.